What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Content Kurt. Yo, this is the first edition of Riding and Vibing. You know, y'all come on a ride with me while I hang out. Take my morning ride. It's Saturday morning in Florida. You already know how we do. You know, get this thing right. You know, you gotta make sure everything looking right, and you gotta have your safety before you go anywhere. Don't be looking at the phone. That's what we're gonna do right there. Yeah, that's good. Riding and vibing. Some little paperwork. All right. We good. All right. Might lose connection because you know it's out here in the country. You already know how we do. But man, it's Saturday morning. The world still going. Got my little drinks. Let a couple people get in here before I start talking. Man, it's a beautiful day I had this morning, man. Beautiful day, beautiful Saturday morning. I'm loving it. Critical thinking. I'm gonna let you guys know what this channel about before I start my riding and vibing. Oh, but riding and vibing is just me riding and vibing. Nah, but I'm a little bit more relaxed than I am on the regular videos. You know, on here I mostly talk about random stuff. It could be anything, what's going on in the world, economics. It could be things to think about. It could be daily life. It could be pretty much anything. It's an open source. So, but right now, I've got a certain everywhere I start my little riding and vibing thing. But right now, we'll talk about money, because we still in the budgeting section. So I'm gonna talk about the section where we in. We talking about budgeting. A lot of times, we have a lot of people, I know, at least with me, it's important. I know it's important when you budgeting. I'm gonna say out of $1, out of every dollar, you take 10 cents, you put it away for yourself, for the future you. So me, what I'm saying, out of that dollar, I put away 10 cents for the future Kurt. You know, he'll thank you or she'll thank you later. Trust me, your inner person, that later years. The other 10 cents, I put aside for expenses, unknown expenses that could come up in your life. Cars, anything that can happen, you know, any kind of emergency, put away 10 cents on that, you know. And there's one more thing I would say. 10% uses as 10 cents, another 10 cents uses your expenses. Whatever you want to get for yourself, you gotta treat yourself. Because if you don't do that, then you're gonna tend to go into the pot and buy more. But if you have a set amount that you plan on using every time you get paid, whether you're working at your job or wherever, then it's good. So I say another 10% or 10 cents I'll use on myself. You know, whatever I want to get for myself, things that I like to do, whatever. And I'm gonna get to that part too. Now, the other stuff, you go towards your regular bills, everything that you have to spend, everything. And you try to budget and manage that as good as possible. Because it can get serious. It can get real serious, you know? Now, I'm riding and vibing. I'm looking at all these for sale signs. I know I'm kind of off topic, but I'm gonna go back to the money. You got this kind of structure that I use. You probably use a different structure, but remember that as your basis on all this, right? So you're putting away money at the same time. Now, I'm riding. I'm looking at all the new stuff that's being built. We got a lot of new constructions, man. A lot. Now watch this. In this area over here, this area right here, coming up, all this was woods. But you see what's there now? You see? You see what they're doing, right? They done build homes. It used to be all type of stuff there. It used to be deers. You come by, see everything there, right? So now the wildlife is starting to move into the city part. Yeah, the wildlife is moving to the city part. So you got to ask yourself, look at this. This one of the companies right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's called Edgewood, Lennar. I know a lot of you probably familiar with Lennar Homes, but these places, they're popping up everywhere, everybody. And you want to know where a lot of these constructions, a lot of these new construction companies and stuff come from, because businesses and corporations, they're always thinking about the books. They're always thinking about financing. And a company or a corporation, they think about that more than you do. And I want everybody that's out there that's looking to start in your life, have fun. Don't stop having fun, but also construct your life like a business. You are the brand. When I say you are the brand, remember, every time you go out there, you represent yourself. But also, if you're going to invest, and make sure the investment's coming back to you, you're going to stay in the black. It's always important. Make sure you stay in the black. A lot of times, people slip in the red all the time. Oh, they overexpend. They buy things like they have these expenses. They go to all these different fast food restaurants, Burger King, McDonald's, all these different places. But guess what? They never invest in themselves. So my thing is this. If you got a habit, I'm gonna give you an example. If I like Starbucks, right? I love Starbucks. Using that as an example, I'm gonna own some stock in Starbucks. It only makes sense. So you can go find you, this is not financial advice also, you do your own research. This is just me telling you what I do, you know? Find yourself, if you don't know how to do your trades and don't know how to buy stocks, you need to go get it with a stockbroker and let them help you with this situation. But you need to invest in what you love. I don't care if you got a habit of buying shoes. Some people are shoe collectors. You like Jordans or Nike, you need to invest in Jordans and Nikes, you know? So every time you spend, you know a portion of your money is gonna come back to you eventually. Think about it. So if you like McDonald's, you need to invest in the McDonald's Corporation. Buy some stock in the McDonald's Corporation. So at least when they start to do returns, you get some of your money back during the quarter. And only put a certain percent. Remember I said that in the beginning of the show, I told you put 10 cents away for yourself, for the future you, another 10 cents away for your expenses. And that 10% or that 10 cents need to be in your expenses. You know, don't go overboard with buying these things, all these crazy fast foods I can eat. Man, cook. Learn to grow your food. Learn to cook your own food. You know what you're putting into your body. That's important. But I'm gonna stay on track, don't worry. Like I said, I'm riding and vibing so I can talk about anything. But these corporations, they're constantly building. All this, I see all this land, like I was telling you guys earlier, they want somewhere to put their money. And you need to learn how to put your money into places. They're putting their money now. They used to be spread it out with their corporation, but now people aren't so much focused on the purchasing power because a lot of people need somewhere to stay. And they know the long-term effect, a lot of people are going to be renting. Because it's a saying where you'll own nothing, but you'll be happy. And that's where they want you. They'll be used to all the subscriptions. If you notice, you're getting a lot of subscriptions. Now, you gotta have 10 or 15 subscriptions you don't even know about. It's coming out your account. That's where they want you at. That's the safe spot. They want you to be out here paying rent. So now they're buying these associations of building, investing in these construction companies and construction development companies, and they're building all this new construction. And guess what? These homes aren't for sale. You think when you pass by a lot of these new associations that these homes are for sale? Nope. They're for rent. They are for rent. And guess what? Remember I told you these companies want to stay in the black? They're banking that you're going to need a place to stay. So if they invest in new construction, let's say they're paying, I'm getting, because they're a big corporation, so they're buying it all in bulk. So they're getting the lowest price possibly to build. So let's say it's costing them $150,000, $120,000 to build a house. They're charging $2,000 a month rent. Think about it. Already, within the first within the first year, they already made $24,000. So let's say roughly within 4 years, they're already at 100K. If I say it's only roughly 100K, so you figure first 4 years, so you figure 5 years, they got their 120K already made for the house back. So guess what? Now you're getting into that black area. Now the companies are starting to get into black. 5, 6 years down the line, that lower price home that they started with is not paid off. And now everything they getting back is a return. So imagine, I like using the 100 amount. So imagine these corporations got an association. Let's say it's 100 homes in this association, small association, but they're getting $2,000 a month per home profit because they already paid off. Bro, you talking about 200K a month clean per 100 unit association, per 100 home association. Come on, man, it don't get no better than that. That's a sweet spot. So I'm asking you, why aren't you investing in your future? That's what I want to know. That's what I do. That's what me and my wife did. We saw this coming a long time. Anybody that know us, they know we saw this coming a long time. We both worked in correction. Man, that's an experience for another day, you know? But we saw all this stuff coming with this new development. We saw our job. They were talking about they're going private and they want to start moving you out from the system that was currently in. So that seemed shaky already, and our money was already into investments. So we knew where this was going. And at that time, I think Barack Obama was just coming into office, and there was a lot of things changing. I knew at that point, and my wife knew, we always know that at a certain point in time, we wanted not to work for somebody. That was our goal, not to work for someone. And we talked about it. And that's another thing. If you guys are by yourself, I kind of gave you the format to kind of do, take that little 10%. I told you in the beginning of the show, But, if you with your significant other, your wife, your husband, you guys talk about, you guys come up with a plan, whether you guys want to start your own business. Remember, you are the brand, though. You can have your corporation and that be a brand, but remember, you all need to operate your life as a brand also. But back to what happened, we decided to leave that job, and we had money put away. We took our money, invested, bought us a house. Because you figure we was blowing money, almost $2,000, like I said, a month on rental, renting a nice house, because you want to be in a nice area, especially when you're working for a system like that. So we did what we had to do. We made our moves, and now we're running our own corporation. And it's been pretty lucrative, But the main focus is you do what works best for you. Like I said, these companies out here, they're constantly building these new buildings and apartment complexes and homes. And like I told you before, I don't know you guys can see this. I'm gonna turn it. But as you see over there, all those new homes, you see that? Yeah, those are new homes, like I told you earlier. They're coming up everywhere all around the globe. Yeah, don't just think it's out here in the country where I'm at, Central Florida. It's happening right in your backyard. If they got open land, they buying up all this land. They're buying up everything. And this is where it comes back to you. This is where it comes back to you. What are you thinking about? How do you get ahead for you and your family? You know, you need to think about these things. Observe your surroundings. You know, invest in you some land. Invest in you some land. I don't care if it's $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for a lot. I don't care. Invest in you some land that you can have, that you can put away and start building some wealth for yourself and your family. You know what I'm saying? Your health, first of all, let me not get this wrong. Your health is your wealth, first of all. That's why I say, like on Trumbull Secret Garden, grow, grow, grow. Y'all need to check out that Trumbull Secret Garden. Awesome. Grow your food, live your life, and understand what's going on around you. Like I said, there's a lot of new developments going on out there, and you want to make sure that you, the brand, are going to be around in the future. You know, are you going to be part of the masses that's going to be stuck in this illusion that's being created? Where are you going to be at? I know where I'm going to be at. Where are you going to be at? You know, we have to think, people. We have to think. Invest, invest, invest. Invest in yourself, invest in your family, invest in your future. You know, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. You can do any and everything. They make you think as if everything is hard, but if you put away that money, like we talked about earlier, it may not be time for you. You may be only 21, 22, 18, 19. Start putting away now early. Don't throw all your money away in these rentals. You don't want to do that. It's a good starting point for some people, but don't throw your money away in that. And if you are renting, you say, well, I don't never want to own a home. I just want to rent. If you just want to rent, that can be cool too. But you need to run your life like a business. You know, understand where your money's being placed and build your infrastructure where it's going to be operated and controlled by you, and your brand is going to be a well-known brand. See, right now we got social media, and a lot of people are afraid to get on there and actually promote their business. Maybe you're too old, you don't understand what's going on. Man, this is some hard shit. I ain't trying to understand all this. Man, I just want to live my life. I ain't trying to get into all that. Well, if you're in the old ways, you're going to get left behind. Believe me on that. If you're stuck in your old ways, you're going to be left behind. You know? It's a new world that's coming up. Digital currency. If you guys not ready for digital currency, guess what? You're going to be too late. You're going to be left out. Digital currency going to run everything, people. You already have a digital wallet. Feds already created you a digital wallet 2 or 3 years ago, around COVID time. You guys didn't even know that this was happening. I already had your digital wallet already created. Each and every individual, your money will be deposited into your digital account. Do your own research. Like I said, don't believe nothing I'm telling you on this show, man. Say everything content CURT telling me is a lie, and you go do your own research, and you come back. You put down in the comments. Make sure y'all write. Man, I don't care about my comments. I ain't like other people with, oh, don't say this in my comment. Man, you can say whatever you want to say in my comments. Voice your opinion. It's a free world, always gonna be free, as far as I'm concerned, you know? I live my life by the Constitution. That's how I ride and vibe, man. Always for the people, I'm for the individual, you know? I was born in America, that's why I leave at in America, you know? Always gonna be number one with me. I don't get into all the crazy stuff and what's going on around the world. All I care about is you understanding yourself, understanding, controlling your destiny. If you can control what's going on around you, if each person took their self into accountability and took care of their own life and worried about their own self and moved forward and built outward from there, meaning start with yourself, And once you get your stuff and your brand together, to work on your kids, get their stuff together, help them. You can't get their stuff, they have to get their stuff together, but you can help them, guide them to get their stuff together, and so on and so forth, and branch outward, friends, other family members, and other people you start to meet along the way. Everybody start doing this and the world become a better place, man. But everybody have to worry about themselves. Ask yourself, where am I in my life? Am I where I need to be at in my life? You know? Like I said, don't say, well, oh, content Kurt, man, this conversation was all over the place. What's going on? Like I said, this is right. I don't stick to one topic. I just say the first thing coming to my mind. I'm thinking about stuff. When I look at the world and I see what's going on, what I think and what I see that help me, that can probably help you, you know? But like I said, always, you know, I do my little ride and vibe, then I park. Oh, man. Listen, everybody. Life can be what you make it. If you wake up and you have negative thoughts, you start your day off like, oh man, this job sucks. This world ain't what it is. This money, everything is hard. I don't know if I'm going to make it. If you start off with that, I don't know if I'm going to make it. This world is hard. I hate what's going on. Oh, this thing, I'm so caught up in these bills. If you start off with negative things, your whole day is going to be based on negativity. If you project positive energy out in the world, you're going to get positive energy back. Everything that you say, I am, will happen. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. You can believe it or not. It's totally up to you. But it's about time for this conversation to come to an end. Appreciate everybody for watching. I'm Content Kurt, Critical Thinking, and this was the Riding and Vibing. This edition 1, all right? Take it easy.